I know what it feels like to live without joy. I know what it feels like to wake up and things feel dark. Kia ora, my name is Serena and this is the second video in a series of weekly videos where I will be offering readings for the collective within the Akashic Records. I trained in the Akashic Records this year and am now offering written readings via email where you can bring forward up to 3 questions and I can open your records and channel what wants to come through, channel the information that will be of highest support for you at this time. Today I find myself feeling a bit nervous about sharing this video, and I think it's because I've got some emotion on my heart that is still in the process of being expressed. If you watched my last video, you will know that a very recent breakthrough that I had was in remembering my innate worth. I can also look at this as remembering our oneness with God, that it doesn't matter who we are, what we do, where we go, what we believe, what we think, what we've done, that we're always connected to love and we're always connected to God. We're always worthy of love. And this has been a really big breakthrough for me that has held me back for so long. It has kept me small for so long because I believed the things that I was hearing about myself in my mind. I believed the things that I thought about myself, and none of them were true. And I had a big emotional release yesterday, and yeah, I can just still feel that there's just more in there that's like ready to be released. And so today I wanted to talk about this because I'm not sure that I've ever heard anybody talk about post-breakthrough grief, because that's what it frickin' felt like yesterday, like a deep primal grief. And I'm not just talking about the kind of grief that, you know, sits in your heart and then, you know, you connect it and the tears flow and the expression of that comes. I'm talking about like the gut wrenching, the gut holding, the lying on your bed killed over, and just the deep stuff that's been buried so deep within that it's time for it all to come out. And it's not until we have these breakthroughs often that this grief has a space to come out. And so I guess a big part of why I wanted to share this was because I wanted to normalize it. I want to normalize it because I haven't heard many people talking about that grief. And that grief is the grief for the old version of you that believed that you were worthless, that believed that you had no worth, that old version of you that believed those thoughts, that was invested in those beliefs in your low self-worth. Grief for the ways that you held yourself back because of what you believed. Grief for the way you may have acted, the things that you may have done to yourself as a result, e.g. kept yourself small, didn't take yourself places, thought you were a piece of shit because of XYZ, all of those things. When you have a breakthrough and you see yourself and the world through new eyes and you go, whoa, I'm not that thing. I'm not those things that I believed about myself, and you release a layer and you feel so much more free to express yourself, free to live the way that you want. When you do that, then the grief underneath comes forth, and it deserves space to be expressed and to be present with it and to love it, because it will pass. And it's a sign of all the work you've done, of the massive breakthrough that you've had. And when that grief is gone, you just open yourself up to more and more goodness to come into your life. When you've expressed that grief for the way that you used to live, for the things that you used to believe about yourself, and then the way that that impacted your life and the way that you showed up in your life, then you open up space for more joy, more happiness, more delight, more creative expression, deeper connection, closer relationships. It all comes in, and it's yours, and it's your birthright, and it's the gift of walking on this path, the gift of peeling off these layers of false beliefs, the gift of realizing that you are not the things that you believe about yourself. I think the other thing that you grieve is realizing how much joy you've missed out on, how much connection, and how much love, whether that just be from you to you, within you. And you grieve that. You grieve for all the years that you didn't have that, and that you didn't give yourself that because you couldn't, because there was a wall up around your heart, a wall that told you that you were not worthy of love. A wall that kept you separate from love. At least the illusion that you were separate from love, because we never really are. There is no wall that you could place around your heart that love could not get through. And so when I get to this place of grief and of realizing how much joy I've blocked myself from receiving and from living, all I can do to honor that is to truly live into that, to truly feel that, and to not take it for granted, to hold it in reverence, because I know what it feels like to live without joy. I know what it feels like to wake up and things feel dark, and it feels like there's no way out. And I just keep thinking of that saying, the more that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy it can contain. And I think this is how we honor the path. By just being present with that joy, allowing ourselves to feel that joy, to let it in, and to do it for all the people who aren't there yet, who don't know yet. It shows them the way. It lights up the path. When you shine your light, it's a beacon for others, and they know that every step forward that they take, they get closer to that light too. But it's just a remembering, because that light is always within you. And so I will allow myself to feel joy. I will allow myself to feel the light within my body. I will allow myself to express that joy and that light. And I will love myself. I will love myself. I am love. I am love. You are love. We are love.